Yo, 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 yo. Oh, dang, the mic almost fell, y'all. The mic almost fell. The mic almost fell. Let's go. We're about to talk that talk, all things football, all things Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I truly, truly appreciate it. Let's go Vikings. Let's go Sixers. I got some highlights that we're going to watch about Brandon Ingram. I just did a video earlier today talking about Brandon Ingram. It's definitely going down. What are the Philadelphia 76ers going to do about James Harden? What are the mighty Minnesota Vikings going to do about this offensive line? What are they going to do about this offensive line? Shout out to Holden. Shout out to Holden. I am super late. I'm probably not going to be on this long, but I'm probably not going to be on too late tonight, but I'm sorry I'm a little late, y'all. I apologize. I was on Purple Pocket Podcast listening to JJ Viking, and I'm just so, I just love what I'm seeing, man. That young man has a bright future, and I love seeing people shining like that, man. He's definitely shining. He knows his football, and salute to them. Salute to that channel. Salute to JJ Vikings channel. They're doing it big over there, man. So I was a little late, but we definitely going down right now. Let's go Minnesota Vikings, and let's go Philadelphia 76ers. There's a lot to talk about, y'all. There's a lot to talk about. The offensive line. And Holden, shout out to you, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button when you come in the building. We about to talk that talk. Yo, what's going on, Chris Nolan? How you doing? How are you doing? Make sure you hit the like button when you come in the building. Let's talk about the offensive line. Ron's opinion don't matter. Shout out to you. What's going on? Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. It's definitely going down. Yes, we about to talk that talk tonight. There's a lot to talk about, not enough time to talk about it. I'm going to start with the Minnesota Vikings real quick. I got to start with the Minnesota Vikings. The offensive line. The offensive line was absolutely, shall I say, terrible. It was just terrible. From Ed Ingram, right? Because this is the thing, right? I know he was a rookie last season. But are we going to keep using that excuse? Oh, he's young. He's a rookie. He's a young player. I know it was preseason, but goodness, man, can you do a little bit better than what you've been doing? Ed Ingram getting pushed back into Kirk Cousins. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at the guard position. And then when not hoping, and I hope to goodness our first string offensive line stays healthy the whole entire season. But what if somebody gets hurt and we have to put one of these second string linemen to replace them? I don't have no hope. I don't have no hope in the offensive line. I just don't. But hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I will be right back, and I'll be back to talk that talk. But hold on real quick. Don't go nowhere. The show just began. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Like I never left. Alright, y'all, I'm back. But yeah, it's just like, come on, man, the offensive line just looked terrible. Oh, yeah, this is my cornerback room. Straight up. Hold on, what is going on with this? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Got these ads and All right, so they got Jaren Hall highlights. I didn't even put this on here. Let's look up Brandon Ingram, because we're gonna watch some Brandon Ingram highlights tonight, y'all. Brandon Ingram highlights. But yeah, man, it's just a lot going on. Like, the offensive line just looked terrible. The cornerback that I like the most so far, that's young, that I really respect that dog that he got in him, is Mekhi Blackman. He did make a couple of mistakes, but overall, I like the way he's confident. Even though he made a mistake, he doesn't put his head down. He goes after it. Mekhi Blackman definitely was a good pick. I believe he was a third-round pick. Mekhi Blackman, I did like what I've seen from him. He's a good coverage corner, slot coverage corner. I think he has that dog in him, and we need to make sure. We got to make sure hopefully he stays healthy. That's the biggest thing. Health is the biggest thing for a successful team. Health. You got to be healthy. But Ty Chandler is the superstar of the game, in my opinion. Ty Chandler being number 1, Brian Murphy number 2, Evans, and last Mekhi Blackman. Okay, I agree with that. Evans and then Mekhi Blackman. Yeah, and what happened to Booth though, Holden? That's the question. What happened to Booth? Booth is somebody I'm just like, dang, we're supposed to be hyping him up. What happened to what's his name? Our first round pick, Lewis Seen. Like, I seen him play, and I know he's coming back from a major injury, but it's just like, dang, like, I just want to see something. I know it was only the first preseason, so you never know what they can do at the next preseason game against the Titans. And hopefully they show off. But the cornerback room, I think, is I'm more concerned about the offensive side of the ball, to be honest. I wouldn't expect me to say something like that. We could talk all this about the defense, man, but I've seen some things on defense. We're going to go into the Ivan Pace Jr. We're going to go into all that. But I'm more concerned about the offensive side of the ball, and it's because of the offensive line and because they're looking at running backs right now. Why are you looking at Kareem Hunt? So you're telling me Madison is not going to be ready for week 1? Are you telling me that you don't believe in Ty Chandler? That's what I'm not liking. I mean, it was only one preseason game. Like, what is it? Abram Smith, is he not good enough in your opinion? Is like, what is going on with the running back room? McBride, is he not good enough in your eyes? I mean, he didn't get that 4th and 1, but I mean, it's kind of hard to run on that with that line. I was surprised Ty Chandler did that well. Ty Chandler actually, he was breaking tackles and bouncing off of defenders and all that. Ty Chandler was bouncing off of defenders all game. He could catch. That's one thing. I didn't know he can catch, and I didn't know he was that slippery. He's breaking tackles, and he did good when it comes to blocking, like blocking the blitz and all that. So shout out to him. Excuse me, I'm drinking this Gatorade. But yeah, Ty Chandler was definitely the star of the game, in my opinion, offensive side of the ball. Like, he was definitely doing his thing. Jaren Hall, I want to get to Jaren Hall, right? I hope the best for Jaren Hall. I am cheering for Jaren Hall. I definitely am. What's going on, Purple Haze? Hey, we about to talk that talk in the chat. We talking all things Minnesota Viking and 76. So you already know the vibes. You know how we coming. But yeah, it's just like the offensive line, y'all. Can y'all tell me, out of 1 to 10, how confident are you in the Minnesota Vikings offensive line? 1 to 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, 5 being right in the middle. Well, give me a number would you give this offensive line? Because this offensive line, I'm just not liking. I'm sorry. I know it's the first preseason game. And then Ed Ingram is a starter, and he's struggling against second stringers and third string. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Let's get it together, yo. Let's get it together. Oh, yes. By the way, yes, you're right. Cause Murphy will be him. Evans will be back. Breakout player plus Blackman coverage and aggressiveness. I like that. Straight up. That's a fact. Holden. You talking straight up facts. Shout out to Holden with the facts, breaking it down. Yes. I agree with everything you're saying. I like Evans a lot. Blackman got that aggressiveness with the, yes. Murphy, he just got to stay healthy. The key is health. The key to success for this season is health, health, health. And offensive line, and running back. I don't care that people are devaluing the running back position. The running back position is one of the most important positions in football. Dynasties were made off of the running back. The running backs do so much nowadays. They catch the ball, they block, and of course they run the dang on ball. So it's just, how are we looking at Kareem Hunt right now? Why are we looking at Kareem Hunt? Like, what is going on? Is Ty Chandler not good enough? Is Madison more hurt than what we think? I'm hoping that I am 100% wrong about that. He read from the start. Right. The offensive line was Rice. Right. Purple Haze, especially in the fourth. Right. It's like, come on. Preseason offensive line negative. Yes, I know. I give a 7. All right, so okay. So you're just like, as preseason offensive line, but Holden, we had a starter in. Ed Ingram gave up the most sacks last season. I'm just saying this, watching that Netflix series and seeing how Kirk Cousins was getting his behind whooped all year long. I'm not going to say I'm scared, but I'm at a 5. Out of 1 to 10, I'm at a 5. I don't know where this is going to go. I want Dalton Reisner. Pay the man what he wants, man. Pay the man what he wants, man. To protect a pocket quarterback that is not a dual threat like Kirk Cousins, you have to block for him. And getting pushed back into your quarterback is not a good sign early in preseason. I hope that he proves himself in the next couple of preseason games, because he has to do better than that, or we're probably in trouble at the guard position. It's enough that our center gets pushed back sometimes. Now we got to think about our guards still to this day. That's not a good look. It's not a good look already in preseason. It's second string and third stringers. And then we have to hope that our tackles are healthy. Or one tackle, Brian O'Neill. All right, so I thought Flores did a great job. Yes, Brian Flores has changed the culture in the building. That's a fact. That's a straight up fact. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. It's definitely going down. It's a party on this Friday night. I'm a little late because I was watching Purple Pocket Podcast and watching JJ Viking talk about the Minnesota Vikings. That young man, he's 12 years old, and he is so intelligent, and I'm so happy what he has accomplished so far. I don't really know him personally, but he seems like a good young person. He seems like he knows what he's talking about, and I salute to Purple Pocket Podcast for having him on the show, and salute to JJ for being, I know his parents raised him right, so shout out to them. So I was a little late watching it. I couldn't stop. I'm like, yo, I got a show to put on at 8 o'clock. I'm late. But shout out to them, though. I thought Flores, yep. In the fourth quarter, the offense had 32 yards. Okay, I know, right? I think Chandler is good. Facts. My guy, what's the deal? What's the deal? Zoe, shout out to my bull Zoe in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building right now. For real, though. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Holden, Beast Mode 567. We are going to talk about some Sixers tonight. I'm letting the Viking fans know I'm going to talk about some Sixers, because there's a lot to talk about the Sixers too. What's going on? So it's no effort to look good against your own squad. Really, no tackling, no hits. Right. Excuse me, I'm drinking. I'm thirsty. That's a fact. It's all about the game, man. And seeing how Ed Ingram was getting pushed back, I'm just not liking the way it's looking right now, y'all. From a 1 to 10, I'm giving it a 5. And I would give it a 1 if this was the last preseason game. But this is the first preseason game. We got 2 more to get it together. The Titans is the next game, and I'm going live after that game, directly after that game. And I hope to see some good things when it comes to the offensive line. That is the biggest, weakest link on this whole entire team. And I'm keeping it real. I got to keep it real. I know it's preseason, but that was their kryptonite last season. That was our kryptonite last season, and it's coming into this season coming up. That's not a good sign, y'all. It doesn't matter if you have the best offensive weapons. You got the best running backs or the best wide receivers if you can't block for your quarterback. It doesn't really matter. Consistent enough. You got to block for your quarterback. He's a pocket quarterback. I want him to make some moves. Yes, Reisner. Right. And then in the draft, right, and we didn't address none of it. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, JJ is definitely a smart kid. Right, JJ Viking is definitely an intelligent kid. I was on that watching, and I was just like impressed at how intelligent he is. I'm not surprised because but it was just nice to see that, man. It really was. Doing good, so yep. Not much though. What did you think about Ivan Pace? All right, so this is what I thought about Ivan Pace Jr. Ivan Pace Jr. absolutely was everywhere where the ball was. He was putting pressure on the quarterback. He was making his tackles. There wasn't many missed tackles from him. He was, I should say, where the ball was, he was. That's a good sign. That's what we need from this defense. This is what we need. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Ivan Pace Jr. will take somebody's job if they don't step their game up. The only question that I have about Ivan Pace Jr., because it's not his effort, it's not his heart, it's not his game. It is literally how good can you cover the tight ends? How good can you cover like the running backs? Because, offenses attack the linebackers more than anything. And I'm not saying Ivan Pace Jr. is going to be as good as Eric Kendricks when it comes to covering, but at the same time he has to be something. He has to be doing something. You know what I mean? And if he doesn't cover a little like good, okay, average, there's going to be some trouble for him. But everything he can learn from that, and everything that I'm seeing from Ivan Pace Jr. right now, he's definitely going to be a starter, in my opinion, and he's going to take somebody's job. I'm already talking that right now. I'm talking my talk about it, and I think it's going to end up happening because he has that heart. It doesn't matter that he was undrafted. Brian Flores is going to play the best players. It don't matter if you're a first-round pick, a second-round pick, a third-round pick, or someone that's undrafted. If you're the best player, he's going to play you, and that's why I like Brian Flores. He has changed the culture on the defensive side of the ball, so shout out to Brian Flores. The defense was aggressive all game. They wasn't playing off of the wide receivers. Donishell defense, we was playing off the wide receivers 10 yards. That's a first down right there. You only need 10 yards to get a first down. So, Brian Flores absolutely changed the culture. He was the most important pickup, in my opinion. Besides the players, he was the most important pickup. Besides Danielle Hunter, he was the most important pickup. Because you can have all this talent, but if you don't know how to use your talent, it doesn't matter what players you have on the field. If you don't know how to use your talent, it doesn't matter. You had Danielle Hunter having him coverage. Why would you have Danielle Hunter covering tight? Like, what are you doing? So, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the defense overall. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's bring smoke let's bring that smoke to the Titans. And it's definitely going down Friday night. Let's go. I'm a little bit late. We about to talk that talk, y'all. All things Sixers, all things Vikings. You know the vibes. You know how we doing. So Beast Mode 567 said, put another jersey in front of them. Pressure, right? Show up in different than against your own. Right, feeling even. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Because your teammates might hold back a little bit. The other team isn't going to hold back. So I just need to see some improvement against the Titans. This offensive line needs to be better. And I already know what Ty Chandler could do. You don't even have to play Ty Chandler no more, in my opinion. I don't want him to get hurt. I do not want him to get hurt. Madison's already, we don't know what's going on with him. Play McBride and play whoever they're about to sign. Is it Kareem Hunt? I don't know if they're going to sign Kareem Hunt, but if they play somebody else, man, we know what Ty Chandler can do. We know what he can do. The pass rush was consistent even with the forefront. Yes! And that's what we need to do more when we have a pass rusher like Danielle Hunter. They're going to be doing a hybrid 3-4, 3-4, 4-3, whatever. As long as you use your talent the right way. You do not have one of the best pass rushers in the NFL covering players. You don't do that. They did not adapt to the players they have. They tried to get the players to adapt to what they have in their head. That's not how you win a championship. That is not how you win a Super Bowl. Let's go Vikings, man. Get hype, man. We having a party on this wonderful Friday night. Shout out to y'all, and make sure y'all hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. You already know the vibes. We talking that talk right now. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, yes, that's true. Yo, Kyrus Tonga did good. I've been saying his name for the longest. Kyrus Tonga. I like saying his name. Kyrus Tonga. That guy is underrated. What's his number? 95, right? Can y'all put in the chat and let me know what his number is? Is his number 95? Is it 95? Because Tonga is going to hold down the run. He's not going to let teams run on us. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not going to say he's as good as Pat Williams, but in his own right, Tonga, with the proper opportunity, he's going to ball out. He's going to ball out. I truly, truly believe that. Let me get to, yes. So did you, Luigi, yes, I think I said his name. Luigi Villain. If I jacked his name up, I apologize. Yes, he had the only sack. He put pressure on the quarterback. I 100% agree with you, Purple Haze. You are talking that talk. Shout out to Purple Haze Podcast. Shout out to everybody in the building, and make sure you hit that like button. Let me talk some Sixers real quick. Let me talk some Sixers. I want to say this. I did a video about Brandon Ingram, right? And I got the video up right now about Brandon Ingram. That's one of the players I would like to be playing. I would like to see him in a Sixer uniform. I would like to see this guy in a Sixer uniform, y'all. He would be perfect. He would be perfect. There was a article that I read that we would give up James Harden and a first round pick in 2030, and then a first round pick in 2029. It was like a pick swap. I would do that in a heartbeat. Heartbeat. Brandon Ingram is like, I compare him to Kevin Durant. He's not as good as Kevin Durant, but in the 2016 NBA draft, I wanted Brandon Ingram. I did not want Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons was not the player I wanted, and I mean this in no disrespect. I know he's going through some mental health issues right now, but my whole thing with Ben Simmons, them trying to hype him up as Magic Johnson. They were trying to hype him up as LeBron James. Okay, you're 6'10", you got to dribble, you can run a fast break, you could dunk the ball. But can you facilitate in the half court? Can you run a pick and roll? Can you shoot a jump shot? He can't do none of that. Not consistently enough. He doesn't even shoot the dang old ball. So that was my point. I wanted Brandon Ingram from the beginning. And if there was a way we can get Brandon Ingram, he's only 25 years old, 6'8". And he got game for days. His career high is 49 points. He's a baller like no other. You like how I rhyme with that? You like how I rhyme with that? But straight up, I like Brandon Ingram. He got game, y'all. He truly got game. Let me read. Brian Flores, I think he is going to be a head coach again. Yes, I think Brian Flores is going to be a head coach, and it might end up being next season because this defense is going to look so good this year. I am so confident in this defense more than I have been in a very long time. That's just my opinion. I think that we were ranked 31. I think we can be in the mid-20s, maybe as low as like 18, 19. That's how good I think this defense is going to be. It's going to be a big jump. And that's why I'm so irritated about this offensive line. That's why I'm so irritated about this offensive line, Beast Mode 567. That's why I'm so irritated, because I don't want that kryptonite to be our weakness again. I just don't want it to happen again. Purple Haze Podcast says it's very assuring that we have the defense when when anyone is hurt. That's true. That's true. Except for Scene and Booth. Oh, that's what I want to say. Like, I hope Scene can come through. He is coming off a major injury. But Booth Jr. Oh my goodness. Booth Jr. I am cheering for him. He was a second-round pick. He could have been a first-round pick, but he keeps getting injured. And that's why he dropped to the second round. Booth Jr., I honestly like the man. But he just needs to do better than what he's showing. And I hope he shows off against the Titans. I just hope. I'm cheering for him. I know Lewis Cine. I believe in Lewis Cine a lot more than Booth Jr. I'm keeping it real. But Booth Jr. has the potential. That's why he was a second round pick. Purple Haze Podcast said 95. Oh, yeah. So he wear 95. I was right. Because, you know, Pat Williams wear 94. You said his name right, Mike. Okay. Cool, Holden. Beast Mode 567. I believe Brian Flores didn't get a fair run. Right. When he was with the Dolphins, he didn't get a fair run. I don't really know exactly what happened. I think it was the fact, I don't really know, but this is what I heard, right? So just because I'm saying it doesn't mean this is what really happened. What I'm hearing, right, Brian Flores with the Dolphins, they wanted him to tank. And he doesn't have that mindset, so he didn't tank. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know exactly if that's true. And then he got blackballed, and then, you know, all the rest, and then he went to the Steelers. He did pretty good with the Steelers. But I think he's going to end up leaving after this season because I'm confident in his ability to coach. Brian Flores was the pickup of the year when it comes to the coaching. He definitely is a good coach, and I'm already seeing it. I'm already seeing it from the players. The players are playing with more energy. Do y'all see how the players are actually playing with more energy? They're not like, it's not like they're scared to go make a tackle. They're actually gang tackling. They're actually showing heart and desire to make that tackle. That's what I'm seeing. They're showing that energy I have not seen last season already. And this is only the first preseason game. Just imagine when the regular season starts, when the first stringers actually play. When Harrison Smith is back there in the backfield and Tonga's playing full-time and Danielle Hunter is playing, it's going to be a disaster for every team. We're going to do some things special on the defensive side of the ball. Offensive side of the ball, I think so too, but we need to figure out this blocking situation and this running back situation at this point because we shouldn't be looking at Kareem Hunt right now. That's just my opinion. Right. In Miami, yup. I also like the TD catch. Yes, Nick Muse. That was a good, Yo, shout out to Purple Haze for that. Yeah, I looked at that catch multiple times. He will be the third string tight end. That catch was good. That was a good throw, but that catch was even better. So I was very impressed with Nick Muse. They thought he was more of a blocking tight end, but he can catch in the end zone. So you need to utilize that, Minnesota Viking fans. When they least suspect that we got all these offensive weapons, put Nick Muse in the game, and they might think he's going to block, but no, he's going for that touchdown. Mike, I feel like Rager is... Yes! Shout out to Rager. Oh, man, for a first-round pick by the Philadelphia Eagles. He didn't ball out with the Philadelphia Eagles, but I have changed my mind about Rager. I know it's just one game, but what I have seen in this first preseason game, he showed that he has the talent. He shows that he can run routes. He showed he can catch. He showed that he has speed, and I like what I seen. Of course, it was against the second stringers and the third, whatever, but he still had to play the game, and he showed why he's a first-round pick. He was the best wide receiver in the game yesterday. He was definitely the best wide receiver. I am very impressed with Jalen Rager. He might mess around and be a wide receiver. I don't know what number. He ain't going to be 1 or 2, but he could definitely be a third option or a fourth option on this team. So shout out to Jalen Rager for showing that he can still ball. Beast Mode 567 said, how Ben Simmons have back injury right before he plays Boston Celtics, slipped and fell in the didn't get injury. Yo, so that's the thing, man. Like, I'm going to keep it real with you, Beast Mode 567. I think it's like this, right? I think Ben Simmons is going through some mental stuff going on, and I'm going to pray for him. I hope the best for him. But for the Philadelphia 76ers, they got rid of him. I don't know if we got rid of him for the right player because now James Harden is leaving, but It's like, now I'm going back to it. Did we really win the trade? At the end of the day, did the Philadelphia 76ers win that trade? Because I don't know if they won that trade now. Because at the end of the day, James Harden wants to leave. But Ben Simmons, he has the size, but he doesn't have the heart. Period. He just doesn't have the heart. Jaren Hall didn't knock their socks off, but he was playing smart football, which is enough for me. Right, he didn't knock the socks off, but I just need him to do better for him to win the number 2 spot. He needs to just do better. Like, I know the offensive line was not blocking for him, but use your feet. You're a dual threat quarterback. Use your feet and gain those yards that you need to gain. I'm not saying risk injury, but you got to show a little bit more because you didn't have that much opportunity yesterday, and that's when you have to show. You have to show off, because in order for you to be the second string quarterback, you have to just be, you got to be safe, you got to be smart, but you have to show more, man. I got to see a little bit more. We all have to see a little bit more. Hopefully in this next preseason game, he gets more time to play and he shows off and shows that arm talent that we know he has and shows that he can run a little bit. We got to see more. Beast Mode 567, Ben Simmons missing layups. It's fun to watch. Shouldn't laugh, but it was funny how you're an NBA player. Yeah, that is sad for you to not be able to hit a layup and miss your free throws. You're getting paid $30 million, man. Shoot, if I'm getting paid $30 million, shoot, I'm gonna be an expert at shooting free throws. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna be an expert at shooting free throws. Ain't no way I'm missing no dang on layup when I'm 6'10". Why am I gonna go for a layup when I could just dunk the ball? That's another thing about him. You know what I mean? He just got his mentality. His mentality isn't where we would want it to be. But at the end of the day, it's on him, because he gonna mess around, be out the NBA soon if you don't get it together. And it sucks because he was the first overall pick. And it sucks that it was a Philadelphia 76er first overall pick. That's what sucks the most about the whole situation. And his defense, the O-line did him no favor. Yeah, I agree. The O-line did him no favors, but he has to somehow do more. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he has to show more. He has to show more. Alright, where I'm missing something. Same of Hall, Purple is right. How about Addison? Alright, Addison, Jordan Addison. I like what I seen from Jordan Addison. He caught the one ball for 22 yards. The one ball was a catch where he tapped his toes on the sideline. Why didn't Kevin O'Connell challenge? I know it's a preseason game, but that was a catch. And that was a really good catch. It wasn't just a catch. It was a fantastic catch. So Jordan Addison got hands, and like I said, he always had the route running. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Jordan Addison. I hope to see more next game, and we'll go from there. But I do like Jordan Addison. I like that pickup. I'm cheering for Hall as well. It's his first game. Yeah, I'm cheering for him as well. I'm cheering for him. I just want to have hope behind Kirk Cousins, because I know he's a 5th round pick, but I do not like using that as a excuse, because I always look at it like that, like this. Ivan Pace Jr. was undrafted, y'all, and look what he's doing. I know it's a totally different position, but some of these players that haven't been drafted end up being all-time greats. So I'm not going to say Ivan Pace is going to be all-time great, but he might be a great player. Who knows? But he's showing off right now. And I can see Jaren Hall. When I was watching him, was it BYU? I was watching his highlights. He has a cannon of an arm, and he is a very smart, intelligent quarterback that can get first downs in multiple ways, and I hope to see more in this next game. But I am definitely cheering for Jaren Hall. I am definitely cheering, because I want to see somebody put a little bit of pressure on Kirk Cousins. Just a little bit. Yo, Kirk Cousins, if you throw 4 interceptions in the game, we might mess around and put Jaren Hall in the game. But no, Nick Mullins ain't no threat. And I mean that in no disrespect. Nick Mullins he played okay. He had more command of the offense, but he looked kind of timid in my opinion. But he had command of the offense, so he got a touchdown to Nick Muse. So he's going to be the backup quarterback for right now. That's what we're going to say. But I'm hoping Jaren Hall wins. I am cheering for Jaren Hall. I have to respect Seattle Seahawks quarterback 15. I'm proud of him and Minnesota native. Oh, that's awesome. He's a Minnesota native. I didn't know that. Just Nate is in the building. What's going on, Nate? Man, we having a party on this wonderful Friday night. Shout out to Nate. What's going on, Nate? What's going on, homie? Alright, so Beast Mode 567. Do you think Julius Randle and Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, if we make the move? Hold on. What you talking about, Beast Mode 567? Are you talking about when we trade James Harden to the Knicks? Whew. Are you talking about Tobias Harris? I'm not really sure. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about, Kevin? Who are you talking about, Beast Mode? Are you talking about trading Tobias Harris, or are you talking about James Harden to the Knicks? If you're talking about James Harden, who else we getting besides Julius Randle? I like Julius Randle. He's a solid player. I think, honestly, him and Joel Embiid will actually work out. I know that might sound like a weird combination, and Julius Randle thinks he's better than what he is. No disrespect. He's a good player, but I don't know. I got to think about that. I'm going to come back to that a little bit later. Yo, Nate. Beast Mode, Kevin Durant got to stop joining. Yes, that's the one thing about Kevin Durant that I take from him is that he has to join teams like the freaking Warriors to win a championship. That's just a no-go to me, man. Where's the, what if Michael Jordan, right? Imagine this. What if Magic Johnson said, hey, Larry Bird, come team up with me in Chicago. Hey, Magic Johnson, how about you come team up with me? What if Michael Jordan said, hey, Isaiah Thomas from the Detroit Pistons, how about you come team up with me? There would be no competition. Do you want competition, Kevin Durant? I 100% agree with you, Beast Mode 567, on that statement. He needs to, come on, man. Plus, Hall probably was nervous because, agree, Holden, he was doing a good job showing momentum with his legs, not so much his arm. Yeah, he showed momentum, but he didn't gain a single yard. I don't think he gained a single yard in the positive. He bought time, but I gotta see more, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the highlights again and look at the stats, but I don't think he gained a single yard with his legs. If I'm mistaken, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Did Hall gain a yard scrambling or anything with his legs? Plus, Hall was nervous because it was his first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure NFL let see Hall's game and was just, yeah. You're straight up. You're right. You're 100% right, because it's your first game, professional game, and of course the offensive line was. I don't want to say garbage. I don't want to say trash. But unfortunately, those are the best words I can say right now. Holden, you're right. Garbage, straight up. Straight up garbage. I can't even. I'm trying to be positive about this offensive line, but Holden, I can't be positive no more about this offensive line. I got to see it to believe it at this point. It doesn't make sense that it's still our kryptonite after what happened last season. When you watch the Netflix series and you see Kirk Cousins on his back all those times and taking those hits, I started to feel bad for Kirk Cousins. That was not a good look. It was not a good look. What's up? James Harden, Tobias Harris for Julius Randle. Quickly. Woo! Hey, Beast Mode, I got to think about that. I don't know about... I got to think about the Julius Randle. The Julius Randle for me. Quickly, yeah, they were teammates in Kentucky. I like that. But the Julius Randle, I don't know. I might have to get another player besides him, and I don't know. I got to think on that. I got to definitely think on that. That's a good, I'm going to think on that. Because Julius Randle, for some reason, it's just something about him. He might think he's a superstar of the dang on team. So I don't know where his mind is. You might be the superstar of the Knicks, but you ain't the superstar of the Philadelphia 76ers. There ain't no way. You're not even the third best player. You might be the third best player if we make that trade, but I'm talking about the backup quarterback for Drew Lock. Okay. I got you. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, like for Hall, right? I like Hall. I'm not hating on Hall. I don't want y'all to think I'm hating on him, but I have to see a little bit more. I know it's the preseason game and he didn't get that much of an opportunity, so I'm going to be fair when it comes to that. But I want him to win the job, y'all. I want him to win that second string quarterback job. I do not want Nick Mullins. Is it Nick Mullins? Yeah, Nick Mullins to be the second string quarterback. I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to get hurt. I don't think. But if he happens to get hurt, we are in trouble at our second string quarterback. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, y'all. If I can't be fake on this. I got to talk my talk. I got to be real with y'all. Our backup situation with Mullins is not good. That's why I'm cheering for Jaren Hall. Jaren Hall. Jaren Hall. Jaren Hall. Let me get to it. Alright, so Hall got no. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, gained no yards by. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No yards by scrambling. Like, we gotta give me a yard at least, man. Give me a yard at least, man. You're a dual threat and he's fast. Hey, bro, Cat for some of your role players and picks. Oh, Cat? Yes. I'll take Cat. We'll have the Twin Towers. It'll be like Robinson and Tim Duncan. Yeah, we'll take Cat. We'll give you Tobias Harris. Shoot, we'll give you James Harden. We can have both of them. We'll take Cat off of y'all. If that was a realistic trade, I would do that right now. I'll figure out everything else. Cat and Joel Embiid down low. The Twin Towers. We can have Cat be center, had Joel play power forward. I don't know, one or two, whatever. I don't know what they would do, but I would do that. I would like Cat. It could be the Twin Towers. I know it's not back in the day basketball when it was Tim Duncan and Robinson down low with the San Antonio Spurs, and then the myth, the legend, Tim Duncan when he got drafted, they literally drafted a dynasty when they drafted Tim Duncan. I'm just saying, that's how great Tim Duncan was. Put some respect on that guy's name. But yes, the center position has taken over the NBA. The only difference is it's not like back in the day centers. The centers now, I'm not going to say are better, but I'll tell you they're more skilled. They have more skill when it comes to shooting. They do more. But he's not as bad as was. Oh my gosh. Oh, Purple Haze. No, I don't even think he's bad, Purple Haze. I just feel like he just didn't show what he is capable of. I know Jaren Hall could do more than that. He can do more than that, Purple Haze. I think Jaren Hall is way better than that. I have faith that he's going to show off. I truly believe he's going to show off against the Titans. I just hope he has more time. I hope he has more playing time. I really do. Y'all keep Harden. We don't want him. He said y'all keep Harden. Oh, so you don't want Harden? Hey, Smith, you supposed to take Harden off our hands. He said y'all can keep Harden. Has Harden's value really dropped that dramatic, y'all? Did Harden's value drop that bad? Like, it's so bad. Like, gosh, Lee. Alright. That's so funny. Dang, he said y'all can keep Harden. Yo. Minnesota Vikings get Kareem Hunt and Alex Madison would be a good 1-2 punch. Yes, I would like it. I would like that Beast Mode 5, 6, 7. I just think this is just like, come on, man. Why are we even talking about this right now when it comes to running backs right now? But if he becomes a Viking, he's a Viking. But I personally would want Dalvin Cook back, but more than Kareem Hunt. Excuse me, y'all. I personally would want Dalvin Cook back, but I think Dalvin Cook ain't coming back because he's I think his feelings is hurt. To be honest with you, when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings, they released they got rid of him. So I don't know. Well, Beast, I prefer Ty. Yeah, Ty Chandler. All right, so look, I understand. Hey, Purple Haze, I am 100% agreeing with you with the Ty Chandler. But at the same time, think about it like this, yo. They're looking at Kareem Hunt for a reason. Why are they looking at Kareem Hunt? They must not got no faith in McBride. They don't got no faith in Abram Smith. I think Addison might be hurt more than we think. There's a reason why they're looking at Kareem Hunt. I don't know what's going on in the running back room, but that might be, we got to put our antennas up for that. Next preseason game, we have to see what's going on. I'm to the point, I don't even want to play Ty Chandler in the next preseason game. I have seen what I needed to see from Ty Chandler. I will make him second running back. That's just how much faith I have in him. I like what I have seen. So there has to be something going on that we do not know about Purple Haze. I don't know if Madison is hurt. I don't know what's going on. Well, he should be. Yeah, he should be. He can catch. He can block. He does a lot. So I 100% agree with you, Purple Haze. We don't need a running back right now. What we need is right. So why are we looking at this? Yo, Purple Haze, you're talking that talk right now, and I hope you know that you are talking that talk. Best believe you are talking that talk, because at the end of the day, thank you for vibing with the bull. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But yes, that's what we need to be looking at. Our guards. Like, Ed Ingram didn't look good against second string. Oh, wait, what are we gonna do, man? Like, I know it's the first game. I'm trying not to overreact, y'all. I'm really trying to not overreact, but I'm trying to keep it real. We're going to be in a world of trouble if we do not upgrade our offensive line. You can have tight ends that can block. You can have running backs that can block. But you need to have your offensive line that can block consistently. Pass blocking and run blocking. The run blocking wasn't even all that good. I'm surprised Ty Chandler was doing what he was doing, to be honest with you. Like, him bouncing off of defenders like it was nothing all game. And then on top of that, catching the ball, blocking. Ty Chandler definitely, for me, was like, him and Jalen Reagor, offensive side of the ball, was definitely good pieces that we need to, like, really expand their responsibilities on. Because I think Jalen Reagor could do something. And I think Ty Chandler deserves a chance. I hope they're not just getting, if they do sign Kareem Hunt, they're not getting Kareem Hunt to take Ty Chandler's spot. I hope that's not the case. Maybe Keen, what's his name? What's the other running back? Keen something? I can't even pronounce his name. I know he's hurt. So it's like, I think the running back room is definitely a big question mark right now. It's definitely a big question mark. We don't need, Ty Chandler is a dog. Yeah, Ty Chandler is a straight up dog. But my question to y'all in the chat, are they going to give him a chance, a true chance to actually play regular season games? That's the question, because the way it's looking right now, I do not know. They're going to probably end up signing Kareem Hunt. I would not be surprised if the Minnesota Vikings sign Kareem Hunt and he plays for the Minnesota Vikings as the second running back. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to hold you. The only if Hall is our guy, we better draft first round guard. I'm not. Yo, you know what, Smith? I agree, and I remember I was saying that one time on a live, and they were like, "You don't never draft a guard in the first round." I say, why not, man? Get your trenches together. Get your trenches together. If your offensive line's biggest weakness is your guards, and you can draft the best guard in the first round, why freaking not? If Jaren Hall is the franchise quarterback, which we don't know that yet. He's showing even in bad O-line, he has good talent to make dudes miss. That's true. I did see him make some dudes miss. That's a fact. Beast Mode 567 said Minnesota Vikings going to have problems if you got black. Oh man, Nick Bosa, Michael Park. Oh my gosh, Myles Garrett, TJ. Yo, he just named like the best players on defensive line. Yo, that's a fact though. Like, I don't know. I'm be honest with you. The offensive line is the biggest question. To be honest with you, the offensive line is the biggest question. But I feel like it's like I said, it's the first preseason game, and I'm gonna be optimistic. I have to see something against the Titans. I have to see something against the Titans. Joe Burrow can play with a bad O-line. Yeah, Joe Burrow is one of the best quarterbacks in the game, though. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Mary Fist. I appreciate you joining the live. We about to talk that talk. Shout out to Mary Fist. I appreciate you vibing with the bull. Purple Haze Podcast said, oh, hold on. Skull. Mary said skull. Can I get some skulls in the chat? If you're a Sixer fan, unfortunately, I know you're not going to put a skull in the chat, but can we get some skulls, please, in the chat? Just a couple. Just a couple. You better hope yes. No, are blocking those. Yes, we better hope that they're blocking those dudes, Purple Haze, because if they not blocking them, if they not blocking those dudes, and we got our guards blocking them, we're in the world of trouble. And I'm trying to be positive though, because I think Ed Ingram and what's another bull name? And Ezra. I'm just hoping, being in the offense for a second year, they know the offense better, so that can make things a little better. And I'm hoping that's the case. I know it's the preseason, so I'm not going to overreact. But what I have seen doesn't look that good. But I will be positive. I will be positive. Just got home. Yes, just got home from work. Beer time. You already know the vibe. It's time to party. It's time to party. It's time to party. Shout out to you, Mary. Shout out to y'all. Skull, skull, skull. Let's go. Skull gang. You already know. I was just on the Purple Pocket Podcast listening to JJ Viking. They are talking that talk over there. I'm not sure if they're live still, but I know when I was over there, man, that young man is just, he's doing his thing. Very intelligent young man. Very intelligent. He knows his football. I'm cracking open a monster. You know, I used to drink Monsters and stuff, man. I used to drink Monsters. I liked the Amp. You ever have Amp Purple Haze? That used to be my energy drink. I used to drink all the time. Amps. Yeah, well, Ed Ingram was getting blocked into the quarterback. That's my biggest weak. And that's why I try to be positive, Mary. That is the kryptonite. That is the kryptonite for the Minnesota Vikings. Is that the guard position. The guard positions is our biggest weakness. Ed Ingram hasn't shown anything yet. I am disappointed, just like you, Mary, but I always got to keep it like this. I got to keep it like this, y'all. It's just a preseason game. But it's just a preseason game. Imagine going against first string people. Yo, I just thought about that. Oh my gosh. Yo. No. My worst nightmare. Yo. Imagine him going against first string defensive tackles, defensive ends, and all that. Just imagine what he's going to do. I'm trying to be positive. He's going against second string and he's getting pushed back. This is not a good sign, y'all. Are we going to panic? Should we panic? Or should we just keep our cool and wait until the next preseason game and see what he does? That's what I'm trying to say. Not an alcohol person at all. Ingram, disappointed Ingram. What is this? They all game, especially in the past. Yo! It was terrible. It was terrible. And I'm trying not to hate. Yo, y'all got me talking about this guy. I'm trying not to talk negative about him, but it's almost impossible. Look, and this is the thing, y'all. Remember when we signed Bobby Evans? He was second in allowed sacks. And then we would have Ed Ingram. He was first in allowed sacks. Imagine them both playing on the field together. Imagine them both playing on the field together at the same time. That would have been a disaster. I'm so glad we got rid of Bobby Evans. I wish the best for him, but just not on the Minnesota Vikings. I wish the best for you, my brother, but not on the Minnesota Vikings. You can skedaddle. We do not want you on the Minnesota Vikings. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100 because we need to block Kirk Cousins. But he ain't Kirk Cousins no more for me. He's First Cousins. He's Captain Kirk because he is the captain of the ship to go all the way to the Super Bowl. That's how I feel. I'm trying to talk. Hey, Purple Haze. He doesn't protect Cousins. We are in trouble. Facts, Mary. And I'm trying to be positive, Purple Haze. I'm trying. I am trying. But it's almost hard. How can I be positive about something that's been our kryptonite from last season and we didn't even address it? Dalton Reisner. Dun, 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 dun. Dalton Reisner. Dun, 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 dun. Dalton Reisner. Can we get Dalton Reisner? Can we finally sign Dalton Reisner and all will be forgiven? All will be forgiven if we can sign Dalton Reisner. Yes, Theo Jackson is that bull. Purple Haze, you're talking that talk. One of the undertaught players. Yes, Theo Jackson. I love Theo Jackson. Right. Trying to stay positive, but he scares me. Yes, this offensive line really scares me. This whole offensive line, besides the tackles, everybody scares me. That's why we got the blocking tight end Josh Oliver. That's why we're going to probably use the running backs in blocking and passing situations a lot more. We're not going to use the running back as a person to catch the ball. We're going to use the running back to block. That's how bad it is right now. And if Ed Ingram is going to be a starter again, and he's given up the most sacks allowed, I'm just giving y'all a heads up. I'm just giving y'all a heads up. It doesn't matter how much talent we have on the outside. It doesn't matter if you can't block. And Mekhi Blackman. Yeah, Mekhi Blackman, he made some his coverage is pretty darn good for a rookie. And overall, I just like the way he is very confident. If he gets beat on the play, he makes the next play. That's what I like about Mekhi Blackman. He can definitely he's definitely a baller. He's definitely a baller, y'all. Hold on real quick. Yeah, he's definitely a baller, and I like him. I like Mekhi Blackman. He's one of the underrated pickups we had. I like the Jay Ward overall. I think Jay Ward played pretty well. But Ivan Pace Jr., you know, is the MVP of the defense so far. Ivan Pace Jr. will take somebody's job. I think he's going to take someone's job. I hope he and who made the best man win at this point. I'm trying to win a freaking Super Bowl. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. No disrespect. No disrespect, right? To any player. All the linebackers on the team. If Ivan Pace takes your job, it's just because he's better at this point. It doesn't matter that he wasn't drafted. The man is around the ball and he makes plays. The best players have to play. Period. You know what I mean? The best player has to play. Yeah, he is our quarterback. Right. I'm Captain Kirk all day. I'm First Cousin all day. Yes, please. I know just one game, but look how many times Cousins got. Oh my gosh, yo. I know, like. And watching that, like, I keep going back to this, Mary, and I'm going to keep saying it, man. I'm going to keep saying this, Mary, and everybody in the chat. Our kryptonite was the offensive line, right? Did we address it in the offseason? No. We just keep signing players that are no disrespect. They can block better than I will ever be able to block. But at the highest level in the NFL, they're no good. We actually had the nerve to sign Bobby Evans for a couple of weeks. Why? What was the point of that? Second and allow sacks. Doesn't make sense. Put Blake Brandel in for him. Yeah, I just want to see a change. Yeah, I'll do anything. Hey, Purple Haze, I'm desperate. I'm desperate to see a change. I'm desperate, Purple Haze. I just want to see Dalton Reisner. Dalton Reisner. Let's go get Dalton Reisner, y'all. Appreciate everybody that's vibing with me. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Skull for the life. Oh, 1975 Bart, what's going on with the bull? Shout out to you for vibing with the bull. You know we partying on this wonderful day. You know we partying on this wonderful night. Friday night. Let's go Vikings. Let's sign Dalton Let's talk that talk. And let's talk. And it's not about being negative, y'all. I'm just going to say this. We're just being real. I'm not going to use the negative word. We're being real. The offensive line was absolutely terrible from the moment they hiked the ball, from the last hike to the first hike to the last hike. It was absolutely terrible. I'm going to keep it real. I'm tired of being nice. The offensive line was our kryptonite last season. It's our kryptonite this season. And we better hope Brian O'Neill's healthy. We better hope Ed Ingram can play better than he has played. And we better hope as Minnesota Viking fans we sign Dalton Risner. I like the name too. Dalton Risner. But real talk though, we need to do better, man. Offensive line was not good. Also like Thompson. Thompson was good too. Best players were miracles. We didn't lose Cousins last year. Right. We should be at least in the 20s. Right. I believe that too, Barber 1975. I believe that too. Purple Haze said it's been the same way with. Right. It's like, alright, so we all can agree, right? The championship teams, most of the time their trenches are elite. Either they have an elite offensive line and an elite defensive line, or they just have one really, really good offensive line and an okay defensive line. You can't have both terrible to win a championship. It doesn't matter if you have the best wide receivers in the game. You got to be able to block. It doesn't matter if you can score a lot of points, but you give up a lot of points. You have to be able to play defense. So it's like, come on. You got to be able to stop the run. Like in the playoffs, one of the biggest factors in the playoffs is stopping the run. One of the biggest factors in the playoffs is blocking for your quarterback. And it was our kryptonite last season. I think our defense will be good. I'm confident in their defense. It's this offense that's scaring me right now. Right. Cousin needs time in the pocket. Facts. And if you knew... Yes, if you're new, subscribe to the Bull. We go live at 8 o'clock every single Friday. If I'm a little late, I apologize. I got a family. But we go live every Friday. And on Saturdays, I go live at 10 o'clock. And we talk all things Minnesota Vikings. Yo, this is like really starting to be like... I'm waiting for the Sixer fans to come in the chat, but this is like all Viking people on the chat right now. Like, my boy AJ's on vacation. He's a Sixer fan. But yeah, at 8 o'clock on Fridays, we talk all things sports, and we just talk all things life. If you have anything you want to talk about in the chat, it doesn't even have to necessarily be about the Vikings or the Sixers. There's something you want to get off your chest and you want to talk. You want to ask a question, we can talk about it. That's one thing about me. I'm trying to bring everybody from everywhere together to talk about everything. You know what I mean? So, where are we at in the chat right now? So, I'm at, alright, so, and if you, yup. So, thank you for that, Holden. And hit the like button if you haven't already. What's up? Yup. Work O-line doesn't matter, but it's about signing and drafting gadgets. We don't. Oh my, hey. Purple Haze, you are talking that talk. Like, I'm about to have I'm about to make like it's going to be a talk every Tuesday or something. I'm just going to vent and talk that talk about certain topics because that is a fact. We always want to get the sexiest position, the wide receivers, the running backs, whatever, the tight ends. But the most important positions, if you have a franchise quarterback, because Kirk Cousins right now is our quarterback right now, is the trenches. Period. The offensive line is just as important as your wide receivers. You have to block. That's a fact. Purple Haze, you're talking that talk, bro. Even a great quarterback needs a yes. Like, if you're not Patrick Mahomes, even Patrick Mahomes needs a line. If you're not Tom Brady, even he needs a line. You know what I'm saying? We saw what happened to Tom Brady when he went against the Giants twice in the Super Bowl. When that offensive line did not block for him, he looked like I don't want to say a scrub, but he looked like a scrub for those 2 games. In the Super Bowl, he did not play like Tom Brady could play. We know how great Tom Brady is. When he played against the Giants, and Michael Strahan and Justin Tuck and all the defensive line was putting that pressure and hitting Tom Brady, he looked like he was scared. He did not play right. He did not play like Tom Brady can play. I'm just keeping it real. If you have a defensive line, it doesn't matter how great that quarterback is sometimes. If your defensive line can put that pressure on that quarterback, you can mess around and win a Super Bowl. Eli Manning is not better than Tom Brady. We all know this. But that defense that day put that pressure on Tom Brady to the point where he couldn't go deep. He couldn't do Tom Brady things. He didn't have time. Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck, they didn't allow him to have time. All right, let me get back to the chat. Even a great quarterback, signing and drafting. Yup. Even a great quarterback. Yup. We're just this. Yup. Yes, go Vikes. Yeah, I believe. Go Vikes. Go Vikes. Yeah, I'm keeping it positive, but I'm gonna talk that talk and keep it real too, because we need them to. And this is my whole thing about the Minnesota Viking organization, right? Us as fans, we don't know football more than these coaches and all that, but we're smart too, right? We know what we're seeing on the field, and we know that they have to see what we're seeing. If your offensive line is struggling like this, why aren't you trying to sign Dalton Risner? And that gives me that, is it because Dalton Risner is hurt? Is he asking for too much money? I don't know what they have to do to make money to get money to sign Dalton Risner for a one year rental, something. But you have to do what you have to do to give your chance the best chance to win a Super Bowl. Period. Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, so go Vikings. Skol. Let's go. We partying on this wonderful Friday night. You already know the vibes. You know how we doing things. Shout out to everybody that's on the chat. Thank you for vibing with me. Everybody that's in the chat right now, I appreciate you vibing with the bull. I really do. They would be great without the old. They wouldn't be great. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Mary. I believe Hall will get better. Hold on. Barber 1975 said, I believe Hall will get better in preseason. He probably needs to get, yes, his nervousness out. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, and I am cheering for him because I want him to beat Mullins out. I know disrespect to Mullins. It's not that I don't like him, but I've seen enough. I've seen that he can't do what we need him to do. If Kirk Cousins happened to get hurt, we are in a world of trouble. Not saying Kirk will get hurt. I don't think he will get hurt because he's Iron Man. He doesn't get hurt. But if he happens to get hurt, it's not going to be good for us. I'm keep it real. Hall needs time and coaching. Yes, that's true, and that is okay. That's true. He keeps it real. Yeah. He needs time and needs coaching. And the best thing is just him getting out on the field and just getting his feet wet. Just go out there, man. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be too careful with the ball. Take some chances, man. You throw an interception, okay, man. Don't be too scared. This is your moment. You do what you have to do. You know what I mean? This is your moment, Jaron Hall. You go ball out. You go show the world why you should have been drafted higher. You show the world that you slept on me. Now look what you just missed out. The bright thing about this is Hall needs time to coaching. Yup. There were a lot of good effort. Yeah, that's true. They lost by 11, but still a bunch of gems out there. Right, they did. There's a bunch of gems out there. Yes. Oh, believe it. Yo, shout out to Too Evil, Too Hope. Talk that talk, Too Evil. He looked mid like Cousins. I'm gonna keep it real. We shall see. Too Evil. I'm cheering for Jaron Hall because I know what we have in Mullins. I know what we have in Mullins, so I'm cheering for Hall. And our offensive line, Too Evil. I'm pretty sure you agree with this, Too Evil. Our offensive line did not look good. And I just want something to be like. I just want to. Why can't we just have a good offensive line one year? When's the last time the Minnesota Vikings had a good offensive line? Can y'all name a year when we had like a good offensive line consistently? When's the last time, y'all? I can't even name a year, right? I can't think off the top of my head when we had a pretty good offensive line. Can y'all name a year? Because I can't. Yeah, I hope Hall comes around. Yeah, I feel you too, Eva. Yeah, I just want something behind Cousins. I want that pressure behind Cousins, man. It's just too. It's too. What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? It's too. Predictable. It's too. Oh yeah, Cousins got nothing to worry about. Nobody is ever going to be behind him. That's going to take his job potentially. You know what I mean? It's too careful. It's too. Oh yeah, that guy behind me ain't got no chance to take. Like for instance, right? When RG3 got drafted in the first round and then Cousins got drafted in the fourth round, how do you think RG was feeling? I felt like he was feeling that pressure to ball out. That's why he tried to play through injury and it messed it up his game. He got hurt even more and then he never been the same because he knew Kirk Cousins was a baller. Do we have any players that's behind Kirk Cousins that we can be like, oh, wow, he could potentially take his job one day? Nope. So that's why I'm cheering for Jaren Hall. I'm cheering for him. RG3 was like, oh, this bull, he got an arm. He's better than what you think. I got to make sure I play or he's going to take my job. So, all right, at least he can scramble. Right, at least he can scramble maybe. Too evil. I hope Hall comes around, though. Purple Haze podcast, but at least he's more of a scrambler than Cousins. That's a fact. But he's more of a scrambler than Cousins, but yeah, it's true. Just didn't see it last night. Yeah, that's true. The last time, remember, was 2019. 2019. I'm trying to think of the offensive line in 2019. I gotta look that up. Purple Haze. I gotta look that up, bro. Too Evil said, I'm much more worried about the terrible O-line if any of the O-line starters get. That's what yo, thank you. That's what I've been saying this whole time. I just wanted to see somebody on the offensive line. If one of our first-string offensive linemen get hurt, it is going to be game right. Facts. It's going to be game over. That's what I've been saying. The biggest concern is the offensive line. The kryptonite of the Minnesota Vikings last season was the offensive line, and we didn't address it from last season. That is what I'm getting frustrated about. And I know it's preseason, but Ed Ingram looked like he couldn't block second stringers. How is he going to block first string? That's why he was number one in allowed sacks. I know it's only the first preseason, but just the fact is scaring me just to see him play the way he played. And now he's going to end up being a starter for our team. We saw the Netflix series. Dalton Reisner. That's what we need to cheer for. Dalton Reisner needs to be on the Minnesota Vikings. Yo, thank you for vibing with the bull. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. You know the vibes. We going live after every game this season. The preseasons, the next two preseasons, I'm going live after the game. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be live for, but I am definitely going live after the preseason games. Definitely all the regular season games, and definitely all the playoff games, and definitely the Super Bowl. If we're in or out, I'm going live after the Super Bowl. And I'm probably going to go live at halftime. It's going to be a very fun season, and I'm looking forward to vibing with each and every one of y'all that's in the chat right now. We're going to talk our talk. We're going to keep it real. And if it is a little negative, it's just keeping it real. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to win Super Bowls, man. We're not going to sugarcoat it. If they're terrible, they're terrible. That's how it's going to have to be from this day forward. Because I'm trying to be nice, but gosh, Lee, Ed Ingram was getting pushed. It don't make no dang on sense. It don't make no dang on sense, y'all. Maybe we get lucky and go to yo, that would get us our franchise quarterback. Too evil. We would have no choice but to draft our franchise quarterback. Too evil. I don't know if that would be lucky, but it could be lucky in the long run. One season of just not being good to a whole decade of winning potential Super Bowls. So I understand where you're coming from. So our Vikings are back. Exactly. Supposed to be getting better. Right, man. I agree. We're supposed to be getting better. Probably I'll make a video on the O-line issues move. Yeah, definitely make that video, Purple Haze, because we need to get more people to talk about this O-line. Dalton Risner. Can we get someone to talk about Dalton Risner? Why haven't they signed Dalton Risner? He was in the building and we let him leave the building without a contract. What is the deal with that? Supposed to be getting better. Purple, I'll make a video. Have to be honest. Yeah, you have to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Like I can't. Though this is so random. Don't laugh at me, y'all. I don't know why I'm thinking about this right now, and I don't know why I'm thinking about this. Is anybody in check like apple cider? I don't know why I have that taste right now. I have taste for apple cider juice right now. I don't know why. It's just randomly. Is it because Halloween's coming? I don't know. October's coming in a couple. Like, what's going on? Where the fall's coming, and I'm thinking about it. Maybe that fall is coming, so maybe I'm thinking about apple cider because of that. I don't know. So random. Y'all probably like, what the heck is going on? But yes. Holden, I'm with you, bro. I wanted to see Lucky Jackson play too, man. I wanted to see him. I didn't see him play. Hopefully they give him an opportunity because I wanted to see him play. I really did. Purple Haze Podcast said, by the way, Ingram gave up. Sacks on second to last possession for the Vikings offense. Yeah. He did. And I understand it. I understand the Purple Haze. We need to do better. That's all I can say. We got to do better. Well, no, not we. He needs to do better. Mary said, 58 years, love this team, just wants a great team. Super Bowl. Yes. I love this team myself. You know what I mean? I love this team. I live in Pennsylvania and I'm Philly everything, right? And the reason why I became a Minnesota Viking fan was not because of the guy that you see behind. I think you can see, I'm not sure, Adrian Peterson jersey. Not because of him. It was because of the great Randy Moss, right? And just watching how Randy Moss played the game, how spectacular he ran his routes and just how he made it look easy. Yes, that's why I became a Viking fan. And it just sucks the fact that the history of the Minnesota Vikings, we have some of the greatest players on the defensive side of the ball, Alan Page, and the offensive side of the ball, Chris Carter, Randy Moss, just to name a couple, right? And we haven't won a Super Bowl. And I think it goes to show you it really is hard to win a Super Bowl, but the common denominator for most of the Super Bowl contenders and winners are the trenches. And we're not doing anything with the trenches. So if you have to pay Dalton Risner a little bit more money, give him a little bit more money in that bag, just do what you have to do so we can have a chance. I just want a chance. I want a real chance. I don't want to just get into the playoffs and we know, oh, well, once we go against the 49ers, or once we go against the Eagles, or once we go against one of these other teams with a good defensive line, we know our offensive line is going to just fold under pressure. I don't want that. So we have to do better with the trenches. We all do. Yeah, I'm never going to stop believing in Purple Haze. I love that positivity. But it is frustrating, like, sometimes. It is frustrating because you're just like, gosh, Lee, we as fans know what the Vikings need. Why isn't the GM, why aren't they making those moves? We as fans see the biggest weakness is the offensive line. But why haven't they made any moves? You want to keep getting the wide receivers. You want to get the tight ends. You want to do this, that, and so on. But you don't address the offensive line. And then when you do address the offensive line, it's players like Bobby Evans. Come on. Let's go to the bowl. But yeah, let's go to the bowl all day. Anyway, I'ma still be, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, oh, hold on. We about to talk that talk, y'all. And real talk though, we definitely we have a chance to win this division. I feel like, all right, so I'm gonna say this. It goes Vikings for about the teams in the division. It goes Vikings. This is gonna be crazy. Y'all gonna laugh at me about this. Y'all don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at my four in the division. The top. It's gonna go Vikings, Bears, Lions, Packers in the division. You could definitely switch the Lions to number 2, but I feel like the Lions are going to fold. I feel like they have too much pressure to be good, and they're not going to do as good as you think. That's just my opinion. But it's go to the bowl. We gonna run the North straight up. 1975, straight up. Skull for life. Skull, baby. Skull. Let's go. You already know the vibe. Let's go Vikings, man. Let's go Vikings. Let's go. Did you hear that Dome Media member? Jefferson was too high in the... Who? Purple Haze, I didn't hear that. Who? Yeah, I want it for every one of us. I got you, man. Facts. Purple Haze, who are you talking about? Who said that? Why is people hate on the Minnesota Vikings so much? Like, what is it about? What is it about the Minnesota Vikings where they just don't respect our team, our players? Like Keyshawn Johnson didn't think that Justin Jefferson was in the top 5 in wide receivers. Like, what the heck is going on? Wish we would have won Super Bowl before. Yes. Oh my. Yeah. R.I.P. to Coach Grant. Facts. I agree with that. Purple Haze just said, and worst of all, they said that Jefferson is a product. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yo, my Vegeta just fell. I'm gonna have to look into that. That's just not true at all. Not true at all. Yeah, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Like, so you're telling me the one-handed catches, Kirk Cousins is a pretty accurate quarterback, but he's not accurate with all his throws, especially when he gets pressured. His throws are not the most accurate, and Justin Jefferson makes up what it makes. He makes the catch regardless of how inaccurate it is. So I don't understand it, man. Like, this disrespect is out of control. That's like saying Scottie Pippen is the right. No, that's the other way around, Purple Haze. That's like saying Michael Jordan is the product of Scottie Pippen. Because Scottie Pippen wouldn't be Scottie Pippen if it wasn't for MJ. MJ would have still been MJ regardless. I don't know how many championships he would have got because Scottie Pippen was a big part of the dynasty. You can say what you want about Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was that bull. ESPN and CBS Sports. I'm gonna have to look that up. I have to look that up, Purple Haze, because at the end of the day, that's all cap. That's just totally wrong. Nah, bruh. There's no way. Yeah. I had this. I was like, no. It's not it's the other way around. Yeah. But yeah, I want to say, everybody, I'm about to get off. And I want to say I appreciate each and every one of y'all for vibing with the bull. I really do appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Y'all don't understand how much I appreciate each and every one of y'all. It's a pleasure to be speaking to y'all every Friday at 8 o'clock. If I'm a little late, you know why. But I will be on every Friday around 8 o'clock. I'm going to say around 8 o'clock. Try to be at 8 o'clock. But you know, sometimes things happen. But I want to say thank y'all. Mary, special shout out to Mary, Purple Haze, Holden, Nate, Ron's opinion don't matter, Chris Nolan, whoever was on 1975, everybody, Too Evil, everybody that was on Holden, everybody that was on, shout out to y'all. I appreciate you for vibing with me. I am getting off. And I would be talking to y'all soon. And we are going to try to be as positive as possible about this offensive line. But we're going to keep it real. Against the Titans, I'm going to be watching this offensive line very, very closely. I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful